Welcome back, guys. It's been a long time since I posted anything. I haven't posted anything in a year. I was recording ESO. I lost interest in that, and some life events happened, and I just never made anything since. So for the people that were looking for the Necromancer build, I am sorry. That is probably not going to happen. But we're here to talk about Deadlock today, a new MOBA that we've been trying out. I have my good friend here, Michael, and
Hello.
we're gonna tell you why you should give it a try if you haven't already. Whether you're a mobile player, hero shooter, doesn't matter. It's a game that the first few matches I kinda hated it, but it really grew on me, and I think this game might be the next big thing. And I guess we can start with those first few matches. The thing with the first few matches is it's really rough in the beginning. We played Smite as our first MOBA a long time ago, maybe 10 years ago now, and that was significantly easier, even learning as a first MOBA. The thing about Deadlock, it's so complex, and it's genuinely hard to play, but when you start learning it, it feels really good, and it starts to become almost addicting. And I've been like hooked on it since, and I think that's what I'm gonna convert the channel into, just completely Deadlock. And I guess I'm gonna let Michael share some opinions about the game.
So, adding on to the difficulty of the game, we were playing this game for about 3 days, and on like the third day, we just learned one of the main mechanics of the game, which is denying souls and confirming it. Which, when you kill a minion in this game, the way you confirm the money is by shooting these little souls that fly up from them. And we didn't play the tutorial. We usually don't play tutorials for games, which probably would have helped us in the long run. But there's so many little nuances in every single mechanic of this game, from its movement to farming, which I think really adds a lot of a eyesore. But I don't know if you want to take
No,
this
no,
pause
yeah,
to.
you're good, you're good, you're good. But
But yeah, I was trying to say that like the movement, the securing, the farming, all of it, there's a big nuance to it, and all of it is part of the learning curve of the game. And mastering each piece makes you like way better, just in general, and you notice that progression in the match.
and it's like, honestly, I feel like even if you've never played a MOBA before, it's genuinely worth the try, because the game, like, even though you know it's a MOBA, they just do something, like Valve just did something really right with this game, and sometimes it doesn't even feel like you're playing one. And I don't know if it's because how, like, the way the combat is, and the fact that it's third person shooter, you got hero style abilities, the movement is crazy. Like, you, especially now, this last update, they added wall jumping, so now you can do dash jump slide into a wall jump, and then if you're like in a narrow area, you can probably wall jump up, like if you're climbing up. There's some really cool stuff you can do, and depending what character you play, the movement tech only gets crazier. And the first, like, when you watch somebody play, even like some of this gameplay you're probably seeing now, like, the beginning of the game looks a little slow, but you take it like 6 minutes in, and things just start ramping up real fast, and it just starts to get real hectic. And if the players are good enough at the game too, you'll notice like just crazy movement. It's hard to shoot people, but it's like the skill that you start developing playing this game, even with the souls, like, it's constantly aim training you, which is really cool concept, and you're getting more money to buy more items, and just denying people, and you're stopping them from getting money. It's just, there's a lot to it, and 16 items for a build sounds like a lot, but once you find your staple items, that it gets more narrow, and then you have these, you start like adapting with certain slots. And man, this game is just good. Honestly, this game is just really good.
Yeah, to add on to that, one thing that I really like about this game is the characters. All of the characters feel like they play like their own video game, to be honest. Like, the mechanics are the same, but their abilities and the way you want to play them is so different. Some are super high mobile characters that want to get in and out and use immunity frames in their like poke to try to, slowly chip away at their enemies' health in the early game. And some are just very long range snipers that the second you get half health, you're pretty much gonna lose your head and die. But I think that adds on to learning the game, learning the characters, learning the matchups, just like any other MOBA and hero shooter. But I think the way they executed in this game and the way the characters are designed is just a recipe for for success.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that too. And then they got more characters in the oven. If you guys want, in a future video, we could show you like how they have some of these characters, like they're hidden in the game files. You could test them in the testing. Some are super undeveloped. Like it was funny to even look at. They're like T-posing and everything, but the other ones, like there's like 4 or 5 of them that are really close, and it looks like they're cooking up some more fun characters. And I guarantee you, if you try this game, you're gonna find someone you like. Probably more than one. Because the game forces you to pick 3. Because in this game, there's no mirror matching. There's no Tracer v Tracer. There's no... what's another game that does mirror matches? Smite does mirror matches, right?
Yeah, Smite and League of Legends, both of them do mirror matches.
There's
I think
no...
you get a little stale.
It's just like, each team has its own unique team, and at first I didn't like it, but when it just makes it more interesting. It is genuinely nice to see that not every team is just this big meta team of like the same characters over and over, and I think it makes your matches just way more diverse. And yeah, you're not guaranteed to get your character every time, but if you're gonna for sure find 3 characters you like, and you're gonna have your priorities set perfectly to probably the way you want, you're always gonna probably get someone you like. And I feel like this game is, even as hard as it is, I think honestly anyone would eventually like it. Like, I know I said this earlier, but I genuinely mean it. A non-MOBA player would probably end up liking this game. I think the only people that probably wouldn't like these kind of games is probably more like your tactical shooter kind of guys, or like just more slow-paced like gameplay kind of guys. Because I enjoy those games too, but this is definitely not slow-paced at all. It's only slow-paced for like first 5 minutes, and then it just picks up super fast. You got crazy stuff all over your screen. Sometimes it's so overwhelming in the beginning, because when you're still learning the game, it's just so much to take in all at once. But it's one of those games that the learning experience is genuinely enjoyable. It doesn't feel like it's forced down your throat. It feels like it's drip fed to you, and when you take the time to learn it, you just become, it's very satisfying. It's gonna feel good. That's all I can really say. It's just gonna feel good. Any more thoughts to share, Michael?
Obviously, this game is still in early development, so...
Hold on one sec.
You know,
Your mic sounds really low, by the way.
oh, my bad. I think I probably just moved away from it. But this game is still in early development, so there's a lot of things that still need to be done. Like, one thing I think they need to add soon is a surrender vote, because sometimes your team is just not synergizing well. You're losing every single team fight. The enemy team has a massive lead on you, and you're just stuck there for 30 to 40 minutes losing the game, because you don't want to throw the match entirely by just sitting in fountain, because you can get reported for that and there's penalties. But sometimes it can be pretty frustrating, and I think a surrender vote is something definitely they need to add. I'm a person who likes skins. I think skins add nice variety to the characters. You're not always seeing the same thing, especially if they've changed the abilities with it. So I do hope that there's not a lot of pay-to-win microtransactions in this game, and just all of it is cosmetic. I think that would be pretty healthy for the game. And this game has probably one of the biggest potentials I've ever seen, because it caters to a lot of the hero shooters, a lot of the MOBA enjoyers, and I think they really mixed it well and got a good recipe going on here.
Like, to go back on some of the things you were saying about, like, you know, the surrender vote and stuff, I will say the game definitely needs it. It's because sometimes you just really get bad matchups, or I honestly, it's not even bad matchups. I think something, just somebody that doesn't know how to play, or you have a teammate that decides they're pissed off and they want to feed, and it's just how the cookie crumbles, and you're just kind of screwed. We have won some games where it looked impossible. This game, surprisingly, at first I thought there was no good comeback mechanics, but as I played more and more, I learned that it's a little different than Smite, because after playing a lot of Smite, when somebody gets too far ahead, you're almost stuck farming, because that person almost becomes unkillable at times. That kinda happens here too sometimes, but some of the characters' kits combos so well to take down an individual character. Like, for example, there's Mo and Krill, which is like a little dude riding on a big mole guy. his ult literally grabs somebody and stuns them for like 6 seconds. That's more than enough time for your team to kill this super fed player if you get to single them out. And if you can proceed to just keep getting these strategic kills, you will eventually make a comeback. And one of the matches that we had like that, we had a warden that was super fed on the enemy team. And me and Michael, we tried fighting him together. It wasn't working too well. We're like, you know what? Let's leave him alone. We started farming like crazy. He wasn't farming good enough to keep up with us. We eventually caught up to him, bought the right items to counter his build, and then we ended up winning the match in the long run. And our friend Matt that was playing with us had crazy ults. This character has like Zarya ults. And we shut them down. They thought they had us, but we shut them down entirely. And even the skins thing I was thinking about too, I do hope there's skins. I'm hoping they're not super expensive. I'm hoping that they're not gambling crates. That would kind of suck. But I know CSGO has gambling crates. But I have heard, I've never played Dota. I have heard people talk about like some of Valve's games. Like I think TF2 had this, where it was instead of like one set skin, it was items. So you can customize the character and throw items on them. That would be cool too. I'd be down with that or skins. Either or would be really nice. I don't know if this is the kind of game that they do crossovers for, but I'm down for some different looks for sure.
You brave, but dumb as hell.
So I guess we move on to the final thoughts of the game and the biggest reason why people should try it. I think my biggest aspect of it is it's just a very refreshing game to play in 2024. Because it's been pretty dry. I will say games like Black Myth Wukong, you know, that was an amazing game, but it's a single player game and it can only last so long. And this is just, you know, a very refreshing multiplayer game compared to a lot of the stuff that we've been getting recently. Like, if you look at games like Concord, they're shutting down their servers because that game massively underperformed. And this game seems to have a lot of passion and effort behind it, and they're constantly updating this game almost every other day to like 3 days. So I'm very excited to see where it goes in the future.
I'm excited too, man. I heard somebody talking about there's gonna be 50 plus characters. I am so hyped for that. That sounds so cool. And if honestly, man, if we haven't convinced you already, then maybe it's not the type of game for you. But I promise you, you're probably gonna hate it at first. I know I did. Just give it at least minimum 10 matches and you will probably fall in love with it. Whether you start doing good or you just end up enjoying that learning experience. It's just a goated game, man. It's really, really good and it's super refreshing, like Mike said. I haven't played anything like it in a while. Like, it's genuinely becoming my new favorite MOBA, and I love Smite for the 10 past years, and I don't even know if I want to play Smite 2 right now. Like, I haven't touched Smite 2. I own it. I have not touched that game.
I guess the best way to describe the feeling of playing this game is how Overwatch 1 felt on release, where it was very exciting, people were just having a lot of fun, and obviously this game, like, you know, the skill is rapidly improving on this game on both sides in terms of like teammates and enemies, so I'm eventually sure it's going to get to a point where people are really min-maxing every match and it could feel unfun. But I think if they add rank, it'll be a good way to like create that barrier for casual players and ranked players. But this game feels very similar in terms of enjoyment to how Overwatch 1 felt on release.
And I guess that brings another final thought as well. Just a quick one. There also is an MMR system. Valve hasn't like fully stated that like how it works, what they're scaling it off of, but we know it's there, and it definitely helps. Like, if you're a new player, you're gonna match more against new players. Maybe there'll be like the one random guy that's down there playing with his new friends, but it definitely made our learning experience better because our matches only like got harder slowly, but they almost always feel balanced. There has been some that we just completely lose, but the balance of the matchmaking has felt pretty good. I think like 60% of the time, maybe a little bit more than that, maybe 70, we get a good match, whether we win or lose. Like, this game, weird to say, it is somehow fun to lose because the match is just that fun when you play most of the time. And I think we're gonna probably end it there. Definitely give it a try. I'm probably gonna be streaming the game on Twitch if you guys want to watch. At the end of every Twitch stream, any new followers, if I can, I'll try to get you guys an invite. It is an invite-only game. It is completely free to play. I will put out at some point when you guys want. If you guys really want to play the game, give it a try. I'll give you guys my Steam account. I'll add you guys. The invite takes about 2 days. I learned that because I got one of my siblings to play, and you know they're enjoying it. But it definitely takes 1 to 2 days for that invite to come in. But if you want to end up playing, look forward to seeing you guys in Deadlock. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I just wanted to, you know, cut in here real quick. The discussion's over already, but I got the rest of this, like, video here for you guys. So if you guys want to finish watching, you're more than welcome to. If you don't, if you were just here for the discussion, well, either or. If you make it to the end, or you already got to what you wanted to hear, thank you. Please like and subscribe. I will greatly appreciate it. I want to grow this channel. I want to keep making videos on Deadlock. I think this is the first time in a long time I felt passionate about a game like this, or a game in general, to the point that I feel like I actually want to make content on it. And hopefully you guys enjoy my commentary. Hopefully you enjoy Michael's commentary. And, you know, there'll be more of him in the future. There'll be more of me. There's other people you guys haven't met yet, but I will also get some live commentary matches if that's what you guys want. And thank you for watching.
Let's go! Enemies have breached our stronghold. They have to burn. You thought I was gonna forget what you did to me? As must you all. The spirit is waiting to be claimed. Where do we go?
Things keep going my way.
Don't let them destroy me. Enemies have breached our stronghold. I'm going. Protect me at all costs. The earth is ours.
Took out another one.
Come out.
I think this
Gunning without favor.
You see that shit?
That will not come.
Gotta keep that money rolling in. Burn it down.
Enemies have breached our stronghold. Dance amongst them, Shiv. And sow chaos.
Headed this way! I see paradox.
The Skeleton is waiting to be claimed. I'm under attack. Enemies have breached. Protect me at all costs.
Captain, please, kill Forge.
Initiate. Light 'em up. You thought I was gonna forget what you did to me?
Mid-boss has arrived. I'm under attack.
I see Hayes. I'm not even close to finished.